I've experimented with programming the last couple years, trying to make it like an all-inclusive program, not just kind of like that typical HIIT program or CrossFit style program. There's a lot of holes in that, right? As far as like individual goals. So we tested this a lot like a year ago. Most people only utilized part of it. Hopefully more people will utilize the majority of it this time. But we're sticking to this. This is how it's gonna be. You'll have your main track, the workout of the day, what we do every day now. That's gonna be everything from mobility, warm up, strength, and then Metcon. That's just your all-inclusive track, right? A little bit of everything, but not enough of anything. Not that an owner should ever want to say that out loud, but it's not enough strength to build muscle. It's not really enough cardio to maximize your aerobic threshold. So depending on what your goal is, like you want to lose body fat and look better, then you may want to do this track. This track is our strength track. This was something you come in and do it on your own with the class, at the class time. Mobility is most likely going to be the same, but you won't do the warm-up like the class does. You'll get right into weightlifting. You'll still do the main lift, which is, let's use for example, is back squat on the workout of the day and the strength, still the same rep scheme. But then we're going to do a couple more lifts, like back rack lunges and barbell glute bridges. This puts us in a range of hypertrophy, so that we're actually building muscle. This metabolically puts us in a better spot. So if you want to burn a lot more calories, muscle focus is the way to go. If you just want to be all-around athletic, then you kind of stick to that workout of the day, but you're never going to be great at anything, and you may not achieve your aesthetic and health goals by doing just little bits of everything. Right? So say you have excess body fat, if you're in the higher range, like men, if you're above 15%, like 18, 20s, you probably should focus on this. Ladies, if you're in the 18s to high 20s, you should be focusing on this, okay? Now, the cardio option, this is a great way to deload, but the way I'm writing it is more like a sprint workout, so you will still get a good metabolic stress out of it. You will get some muscle activation that you wouldn't if you were doing slow cardio. So you would do a little bit extra mobility because you don't want to do sprint work and hurt yourself. That's a little bit of a slower warm-up, not the same as the class. Like the class warm-up is V-ups, air squats, and wall sits, focusing on the back squat, but you're not going to be doing the back squat. You're going to be focusing on some sprint work. So you've got an 800 meter run at 70% effort. Just enough to get the legs warm before you do the cardio workout. The cardio workout, we use as an example, you'll do something that's muscle specific, high heart rate, but in the same muscle group, still doing lower body. Jump squats and mountain climbers. We're gonna do a sprint through 5 rounds here. We're gonna take a short rest, and then we're gonna go into 5 rounds of 100-foot sled push, 100-meter run. That's gonna take you the same amount of time as it takes them to do the warm-up and strength. What this is going to do is push your aerobic threshold. Let's say you're gassing out on workouts, like you can't keep that strong pace from beginning to end. That's your cardiovascular system. You maybe need to focus on that. So maybe throw some of this in there a couple days a week so that you can go harder on this, okay? Or if you're doing this 3 days a week and you're getting wrecked, and then we're still doing heavy lifting in this, and your body's just like, nope, I need to chill a little bit, you can push through cardio workout. Now with all these tracks, they all end here. You don't skip, we all do the Metcon together. Okay, so they all time to where we still have that group push that makes these workouts great. Okay. cardio is good for stressing your threshold or making your capacity higher. It's not where it makes you burn calories. You burn calories while you do it, and then it's over when you're done. Okay? So if you need to be stronger with your cardio, being able to push harder, this may be a main focus for a little while. Because the better your cardio is too, the better your body is at doing this. Right? So if you're aerobically efficient, you're getting oxygen and nutrients to the muscles faster, and then this works better. So maybe your cardio is really bad, you start here, but you want to lose weight overall or be tighter and leaner. You start there, you start getting your cardio up, then you come here, because now you have the capacity, and then you start really seeing the physical changes that you want. And if you just don't want to do it all by yourself, you do the regular class, which is a little bit of everything. You don't have to stick to one all the time. They work together. I could do this majority of the time, but I feel like, oh, I want to lift a little bit more today, so I'm going to jump onto that track. Okay, this is the one the coach is going to coach. These are here for you to come in and start when class starts, and then meet us here. This turns group training into personal training. Okay, so say, use Ethan. Say Ethan just wants to be jacked for his age. And that's all, not just healthy. He's been an athlete his whole life. He's got a good cardiovascular capacity. But he doesn't, he wants to look better. He's going to go here. Let's say somebody like Joel who he's really big into his motocross riding. He's not going to want to carry a ton of muscle because it's going to slow him down and make him use too much oxygen when he's riding. So he's going to focus on this cardiovascular. He wants the endurance. He wants to be able to go high pace for a long period of time. And then, say you have the middle of the road, or the athlete that's kind of got both. Let's say Dylan. He's lean, he has good cardio, he has good strength, he's developed good strength. He could probably stay here and just be just fine. But say he wants to put on more muscle, then he's going to come here. So this gives you multiple options to get to where you need to go without you paying me $500 a month for personal training. Okay. None of this works without this part too. So something we're going to do in the next nutrition class, which is next Thursday, is talk about how to eat without measuring, and like how do you do it like a normal person. Like, how do I eat throughout the week? How do I still go out to dinner? Like, simplify nutrition to, for longevity. Weighing and measuring is to get to a goal, get there rapidly. But if you want to just get healthy by being consistent and progressively over time, that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. You tie that in with this, you're going to see what you want to see. Your health's going to get better. Your physical, appearance is going to get better. Nobody does this. The only programs that offer this are competitive programs for like competitive CrossFitters and functional fitness, and those tracks are meant to make you an athlete, not to be healthy. This is a variation that adapts to the general member that allows them to get everything they want. You really want to gain muscle, you do this and MBB. MBB is not going away.
So that and MBB?
Yeah.
Because that was my question. If I'm still doing
MBB, if MBB is going to be in here, there's going to be overlap.
Okay.
So that the idea is that the days all work together. I haven't been doing that. So if it's a leg, like a leg day, it's a leg day from MBB through Metcon.
So doing the strength muscle track and MBB in the same day won't be an overload?
No. Like if you came in, say you're a 5:30 in the morning person, and you came in at 5 in the morning, started MBB, you would roll through this. Would be like MBB's track would be like a bigger, like strength started up here and ended here, and then you rolled into the Metcon. So it'd just be like an extension of the strength track. Like strength track is only going to be 2 or 3 extra exercises. MBB is going to be at least 5 exercises per muscle group. Okay, and then maybe multiple muscle groups. But there will be overlap and twining movements. But you could ultimately, that would be the best program. It's not a class. I couldn't tell you it was a class. If you wanted the ultimate result, you would spend 90 minutes in the gym. And that's hard. That's hard for most of us. So you would come in, not for me or Ethan who work out too much, but you would come in and do the MVB into the Metcon. That would be your muscle building, your huge caloric burn, and then you would get your muscle endurance and aerobic capacity pushed on the Metcon. You'd probably burn like 500-700 calories doing that. And then you'd burn 500 plus more calories a day on average just because you destroyed your muscles. That's a lot of deficit. That's a lot of fat burning. I mean, but you can't turn that, I can't make that a class. I can't have an hour and a half class. So if you only have an hour, you can still get pretty close to that by doing the strength and the Metcon. And if you're not that concerned about your physique or how many calories you're burning, which it's kind of hard to like say that you're not really caring about that. And you just want to push your capacity, that's here. Or if your body's getting beat up, this is a good one to still stress yourself and burn a good amount of calories. But this is still, our main workout's always a good workout. It's just really balanced. It doesn't have a specific goal other than to hit a little bit of everything and try to make you generally healthier. Okay, but an hour window is really hard to focus on any specific goal for any individual. I use like Jenna as an example. Jenna works with me for 2 hours. Right? She does this, and then to achieve her goals, we do an hour of weightlifting. And but those weightlifting, that's individual. That is specific movements for the way her body is developing. So it's kind of the same concept without it being so dialed into the individual, but still making it personal. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You guys have all the tools now. There's not a single, like, if you're not getting results, it's the consistency inside and out of the gym. The tools are here. Food is going to be 80-90% of your results. You stress the body, you damage the body, you put it under stress, this stuff, then you see the results. Like you take the fuel away by eating right, you do this, and stress the body, you look better, you feel better. Everything gets better. Metabolically, you're better. Blood pressure's better. Cholesterol, all of it. You got to be consistent and do both. But we've now given you every option to get there. You just have to use it. Okay. Any questions? No? All right. That's it.